So, the real GOAT finally appears in this episode, Takaba. And to be completely honest, before this episode aired, I had one big concern. What if they failed to execute Takaba's comedy? Because comedy is one of the hardest things to adapt. What feels hilarious in a manga doesn't always work in anime. The timing can be off, the delivery can fall flat, and even one small mistake can make the entire character feel cringe. But thankfully, that didn't happen. In fact, the opposite happened. This episode managed to do two very smart things at once. First, they actually made Takaba genuinely funny. And second, they used his character as a way to save animation resources without it feeling lazy. The best example of this is a small scene. The zero damage bar joke. That scene happens in complete silence for 40 seconds. Yes, I actually counted. Takaba just stands there, blood running down his head, with the most awkward smile imaginable. No big movement, no complex animation, just a painfully uncomfortable silence. And that's exactly where the comedy works. Because even Reggie and Hazenoki start looking uncomfortable. They don't know how to react. They just stand there like they're thinking, what exactly is happening right now? And the timing of the entire scene is perfect. Overall, this episode feels incredibly goofy, colorful, and slightly cartoonish. Something that's actually harder to feel in the manga. Because manga is black and white, but the anime amplifies that contrast beautifully. On one side, we have Megumi, dark, serious, edgy, and on the other side, we have characters like Reggie, and of course, Takaba, who are completely absurd. And that contrast is what makes this episode feel alive. Because we have to remember, Jujutsu Kaisen is a very dark story, especially after the events of Shibuya. Since then, there have barely been any truly light moments. And that's intentional, with To-Do no longer active, and everyone trapped inside the Culling Game. There's almost no room left to laugh. Everyone is just fighting to survive. And then suddenly, Takaba appears, a character whose entire existence is built around one simple purpose: to make us laugh, or at the very least, to lighten the atmosphere with his ridiculousness. So now I want to ask you, what do you think? Did he succeed? Because honestly, I did not expect this at all. Going into this episode, I assumed Megumi would be the main star. And yes, he's still incredibly important. But Takaba completely stole the episode. Without exaggeration, this might actually be the funniest episode in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. Even the music that plays whenever Takaba appears sounds like clown music, and that's intentional. The way the anime adapted these scenes is just perfect. They even added a lot of small details that weren't in the manga. People around Takaba are just silently confused. Megumi looks like he wants to disappear from this world. Meanwhile, Reggie and Hazenoki just stare at each other like they're thinking, are we actually seeing the same thing? And their reactions are exactly what make everything even funnier. So if I had to summarize this episode quickly, Takaba was phenomenal, and I absolutely loved this episode. Honestly, I might even rewatch it 2 times, 3 times, maybe even 4 times, because next week, we won't just see more of Takaba's ridiculous comedy. More importantly, we're finally going to see something we've been waiting for: the true potential of Megumi Fushiguro.